Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike over at Triple D, and today we are back with another dining review. We've been staying over at the Polynesian Resort for the last, 4 days or so, and tonight we are eating dinner over at Ohana. So we're going to have dinner there and stuff ourselves to the gills. This is our last night before we go home, but wanted to take you guys along with us, show you kind of what everything looks like, and share it out with the community. So let's get to it. Now, if you're not familiar with Ohana, you're going to find it at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. It's going to be up on the second floor of the Great Ceremonial House, which you can kind of see here looking down over the lobby of the resort entrance. It is a family-style dinner and actually breakfast. They offer both meals here. Breakfast used to be a character meal with Lilo and Stitch and Mickey and Pluto. Hopefully that comes back. It was one of our favorite breakfast affairs. But unfortunately, right now, it's just breakfast, no characters. If you're not familiar with Polynesian as a whole, we actually did a resort tour last week. I'll link to that video here up in the cards. But you'll find this nice little seating area outside of the restaurant while you kind of wait for your table. You can see Tambu Lounge right there, which is a bar that's just outside of the restaurant where you can kind of get a drink if you want. But you'll come in, you'll check in, you can do mobile check-in, and then you'll be greeted by your server right here kind of in the entrance. You can see Carla and the girls. When your table is ready, they'll either call you or you'll be able to get a push notification to your phone if you do mobile check-in, and then they'll go ahead and seat you. But again, it's a family style, so everything kind of comes in these big portions where you just kind of eat whatever you want. It's all you can eat, or as Disney calls it, all you care to eat. So you just kind of keep the food that you like coming. Before we eat, one other thing I did want to point out is the nice large windows we have out here. So the light, it wasn't great, but what you can see out those windows is a great view of Magic Kingdom and Cinderella Castle. And at night, people love to be there for the fireworks show. So reservations for that time frame of 8, 9 o'clock at night really book up fast. I mean, heck, all reservations book up fast here. I'll say we had to eat at, I think it was 4:30 in the afternoon. It was the only thing we could get. But if you want to see the fireworks, get a reservation around 8 or 9 o'clock. You have to ask for window seating. There's no guaranteeing it. It's just a request at the time you check in. You're just going to roll the dice on what you can get, but you could luck out and get a window view and be able to see the fireworks show from there. They do pipe the music into the restaurant so you can hear it all while you eat. And while we were dining at Ohana, we actually had a great interaction with the wonderful musician who plays the Polynesian theme music kind of around the restaurant. He's out off and on. I didn't time it, but I guess he's out in the restaurant every 30 to 45 minutes and plays a set, so to speak, and he kind of roams around the restaurant. Well, here you can see that he saw Anna really enjoying the music and kind of getting into it. You can see her kind of dancing a little jig in the chair, and he came over and serenaded Carla and Anna and Elsa and myself, I guess, technically there. It was a great little experience. Really engage with the cast members, especially ones like him. They will interact if they see that you're kind of having a good time. It's a wonderful way to get a little extra magic in your trip. Now, to start the meal, you're going to begin with salad and a bread service. So the bread is right here on the top with the kind of big white flakes. That is a coconut papaya roll. And then kind of down on the bottom section is a cheddar bacon roll, which has bits of jalapeno in it. They're all served with the honey butter, which you can see over on the right. The coconut papaya is a bit of a sweeter bread. It was actually really tasty. I'm not a huge coconut fan, and I wasn't overpowered by the flavor of the coconut. You could definitely pick it up, but I really enjoyed that roll. The papaya part of it was excellent. The cheddar bacon roll was a bit more savory, kind of a little bit more of your salty type thing. That was excellent. I couldn't actually pick up a whole lot of the jalapeno in the flavor, but that was the best roll of the two, in my opinion. But they were both really excellent, and the honey butter was the bomb. Can't recommend those enough, but don't fill up on them because the dinner part is really, really good. If you're interested in what the gluten-free bread looks like here, this is a shot of it. This is what Carla had. They're not the kind of old hockey pucks that we're used to getting here that come out of a package, so I don't know if that's unique to Ohana or maybe Disney's changed their gluten-free bread, but Carla actually enjoyed these. They were actually pretty good. Along with the bread, we got the mixed green salad that kind of comes with the meal. You can see it here. So it features greens of kale, arugula, lettuce. You can see other vegetables like bell peppers, cucumbers, onions. They had tomatoes, carrots. We've seen other videos where that comes with this almond sesame brittle that people have kind of been raving about. You can't see any on ours. They were out of it this day, apparently, and we just didn't get to try any. It does come with a house-made citrus vinaigrette that was excellent. All in all, the salad was good. I'm not sure you're going to walk away saying, oh my god, we got to go back because of the salad. But it was tasty. The produce was crisp, fresh. The citrus vinaigrette tasted wonderful, had a nice little sweetness to it. But it's not going to be the thing that you remember here. Now, before we get to the main sort of entree part of the dinner here at Ohana, I did want to point out that they do have a wonderful cocktail selection here. Lots of fun, fruity type drinks, something you probably envisioned, drinking while you're on a beach. In my case, I went for the Bahama Mama that you see here, which is Parrot Bay rum with plantation orange dark rum, Bowls creme de banana, if I'm pronouncing that right, and then it's topped with tropical juices kind of stirred in throughout. I gotta say, this was fabulous. It may be one of my favorite drinks at Disney World of all time. It was unbelievable. Definitely check that out. And if that doesn't do it for you, make sure you get something from the cocktail menu that you think might be of interest. And next we have the second course of the meal, which may feel a little bit like an appetizer, but frankly, this is good enough. It could actually be the meal itself, and a lot of people would really enjoy it. So what you've got here are a pork dumpling tossed in a garlic chili sauce, which a dumpling, and aka I'll call it a pot sticker. You have the pretty famous Ohana noodles, and then you have a honey coriander chicken wing and broccolini. And I will say, just to get out of the way, the broccolini, it was good. It was nice and crisp. It wasn't overcooked. It actually had a good seasoning on it, but it is just broccolini. It's not anything amazing by any means. As far as the noodles, I will caveat this with, we're not a huge noodles family in totality, and Carla could not have the noodles because she eats gluten-free. So you have the noodles here. Anna and Elsa actually really enjoyed them. I was just kind of meh on them. They weren't bad, but just, again, we're not a big noodles family, so it wasn't a huge thing for me. Now, I will say the chicken wings and the pot stickers are absolutely where it is at with this course. So the chicken wings are coated in a wonderful honey coriander sauce. They're not overly sauced, so you don't kind of feel like you're going to be covered from head to toe with all of it, but they provide a nice bit of sweetness. The wings were cooked amazingly. The exterior was nice and crispy. The interior of the chicken was wonderfully moist, flavorful. I could eat these all day if I wasn't trying to save room for the final course. Elsa actually did eat these all day. I think she must have eaten 6 or 7 wings on her own, and then also proceeded to do that actually with the next item on here, which is the pot stickers. And she probably ate 6 or 7 pot stickers as well as part of her meal. The pot stickers, again, same thing as the wings, cooked unbelievably well on the outside. They are, I believe, pan fried, nice and crispy on the outside, but the interior of the pork, wonderfully moist, cooked well, great flavors. It says it's coated in or tossed in a garlic chili sauce. I didn't really get a ton of heat from the chili, so it's pretty muted. So if you're kind of sensitive to spicier foods, I don't think you have anything to worry about here. It's going to be okay for you, at least for us, I'll say. And if I could get Anna and Elsa, who claim like everything is spicy, to eat this, it's probably going to be all right for you. But that's kind of the second appetizer course, or the second course. Really good. Don't fill up on it, though, because you want to save room for the meats. Otherwise, this meal gets pretty expensive for just eating appetizers, if that's all you really have. Now, if you're curious what the gluten-free version of this looks like, then this is for you. So this is what Carla got. She eats it gluten-free, so you can see she still has the chicken wings, the broccolini, but they get rid of the noodles and replace it with a rice. And obviously, there are no pot stickers here. Unfortunately, there is no gluten-free kind of option to replace the pot stickers. She really enjoyed it. She loved the wings. It's all the same stuff we talked about. It's the exact same wings. Nothing is different. It's the honey coriander seasoning. The rice is kind of like a little jasmine rice, and the broccolini is the same. And now it's time for the meat fest of the last entree course, of the third course, I guess, of the meal. And so you can see we start off with peel and eat shrimp, or I guess technically they call it spicy peel and eat shrimp. But honestly, I didn't really find them all that spicy, but they had great flavor. They were cooked well. We could devour these. Same thing, Anna and Elsa ate probably half a dozen shrimp themselves. Great option for kids if you have little pickier eaters. Definitely something that I think you should check out. But I'd also say there wasn't anything overly unique that made me think, oh, I can't get this anywhere else. But they were really well done. And next up, we move to the wood-fired grilled teriyaki beef. It's got this nice little teriyaki glaze, which you can see right there in the video. Wonderful flavor. Really enjoyed it. The meat was overcooked for our preference, not gonna lie. Now, I will say Carla and I generally prefer our beef to be kind of medium rare. I mean, Carla would actually say she likes it mooing, if that gives you any idea. I'd say this meat was kind of medium well, just a little too cooked for us. We didn't really get an option to select how it was cooked. It just kind of came out, so you may want to check with your server and see if you can request a lighter cook of beef if that's your preference. But the flavor of the teriyaki sauce was excellent, a nice little glaze. It wasn't coated in it. It just had a nice touch of it. So, if you can get past how it's cooked, temperature-wise, it's going to be a good option. And the last meat item that we had as part of the third course was this grilled chicken with a Polynesian-inspired chimichurri sauce on it. I actually really enjoyed this one. I don't actually know if I enjoyed it better than the chicken wings, but amongst the three meats, this is probably what I remember the most. The chicken was cooked very well. It's got a nice little char on the outside. The chimichurri sauce was excellent. Wonderful flavors that blended with the chicken very well. Again, chicken was cooked perfectly moist. The little crispy outside was a great little texture touch to it. This is something that of all the three meats that I remember the most, and what I would probably save most of my stomach room for when eating here. And lastly, we're going to bring home the meal with dessert. So what you see here is the gluten-free option that Carlos provided. So it is a gluten-free donut with a scoop of ice cream on top of it as chocolate. Carla was very happy to see that this was an option here. Usually at most places when you're eating at Disney, all you're getting for your gluten-free option of dessert is sorbet or something like that. If the donuts look a little familiar, they actually are the same donuts that you can get at Topolino's Terrace for breakfast if you order the gluten-free kind of pastry set there. So she was really thrilled to have that great option for the gluten-free diners out there. Now, kids do get a specific dessert that they don't actually have to eat as part of their meal, which is this kind of Rice Krispie treat with sprinkles and a little chocolate spread on it. I'd say the girls thought it was fine, but when they saw the real dessert that we're going to see next, they didn't really eat a whole lot of this, but it's a Rice Krispie treat, for better or worse. But the clear winner in the dessert category is this bad boy right here. This is the Ohana bread pudding. So what you have here is a coconut pineapple bread pudding topped with vanilla ice cream and then caramel sauce on the side that you can drizzle all over this bad boy. And this is amazing. Amazing. It might be one of our favorite desserts at all of Disney World, or the favorite dessert at all of Disney World, although I do think about the Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake over at Liberty Tree Tavern. I'll link to that video up here in the cards in case you're interested in that meal. But the bread pudding is so moist, wonderful flavors. The vanilla ice cream complements it well, and the caramel sauce kind of drizzled all over it is to die for. This is something that we devoured. Anna and Elsa, myself, shared it. Unfortunately, Carly couldn't have it because of the whole gluten-free thing. But this is a unbelievable dessert. There you can go. You can see it with the caramel dipping sauce, or caramel sauce kind of drizzled all over it. Make sure you save room for this. Do not fill up on the meats. You will miss out on one of the best things in all of Disney World here. I can't stress that enough. But it's fabulous. And with that, we are done, and frankly, we are stuffed, but Ohana is one of our favorite meals. We've eaten here a few times over the years. I remember Carla taking me here when we were just married in 2005, and having dinner here and thinking it was really good then, and nothing has changed that point of view at this point. So with that, we'll wrap things up. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you hit like, hit subscribe to the channel. We put out content like this every week. If you found it useful, share it with someone who you think might find it helpful. Got any questions, leave a note down in the comment section below. We actually engage with our audience quite a bit. We're here to answer questions. Let us know if you need anything. And we're not like some of those bigger channels out there. We're small enough that we can respond to everybody and give you our thoughts. If there's something you want clarified or you just want to know, hit us up down in the comment section below. With that, I think we're done. We'll link to a couple of food reviews, and also we'll link to our tour of the new Moana-inspired rooms that we did a few weeks ago as well here in the end cards. Click on those if you find them interesting. Until the next time, we'll talk to you all later. Thanks. Bye.